Well, I'd like to talk to you about what some people call Bill's books, because when people first look at my library, they have a question, which one do I get first? But before you decide which one you get first, you need to understand that my books are very different from anyone else's books on Islam. Most people's books are about Islam. My books are Islam. Now let me explain to you why that difference is there. First off, most people think Islam is found in the Quran. Well, part of it is, but not the most of it. You see, if you read the Quran with an eye towards understanding and you know something about Islam, you quickly realize that there's not enough in the Quran to practice Islam. But there's a clue where to get the rest of Islam. And that is there are over 90 verses which state that every Muslim is to imitate Muhammad in every small detail of his life. And where do we find out about Muhammad? Well, we find out about him in his biography, the Sirah, S-I-R-A, and his traditions, H-A-D-I-T-H, the Hadith. So the Hadith and the Sirah give us Muhammad. So Islam is Quran, Sirah, and Hadith. And that is what compromises the doctrine of Islam. Said another way, it's Allah and Muhammad. Now my books, for instance, the Sirah, Muhammad and the Unbelievers, is not a biography of Muhammad. It is in a way, but in the sense that every chapter, every paragraph in my book, Muhammad and the Unbelievers, references itself back to the original. So you get to hear the original voice of Muhammad. It's not about Muhammad, it is Muhammad. In the same way, my other books all reference back to the source material. So my books are not about Islam, they are Islam. Let me tell you why this is so important. If you hear someone say something about Islam, and even though they're an expert, if it contradicts what is found in the Quran, the Sirah, and the Hadith, that is, it contradicts Muhammad and Allah, then it is wrong. If it agrees with Muhammad and Allah, then it is right. So what my books allow you to do is to become your own expert. You will have opinions that are fact-based, and this is powerful and wonderful. Now, I've got two kinds of books overall. There's the bigger books, and then there's the smaller books called The Taste of Islam. Let me tell you a little story as to how my Taste of Islam series came to be. I was helping to lobby a bill in the Tennessee legislature that involved Sharia law. And I said, you know, the legislators need to understand the Sharia, but I knew they would never read a big book. They're very busy people. So I decided to write a book that was so small that anyone would look at it and go, I can understand that. And so I wrote a book that was 54 pages long, because that was 1/8 of 1 inch thick, called Sharia Law for Non-Muslims. It sold like hotcakes. And so I went, wait a minute, people want small books. So I then went back through and made everything, my Quran, the Life of Muhammad, the Hadith, all available in small books in something called A Taste of Islam. So that's the reason there's bigger books and smaller books. Both of them are useful. It depends on how much you want to know. Thank you.